Hello, Hill Country Knights, and welcome to Studio 7B News. I'm Kai Orden.
And I'm Hayden Jackson.
You're probably already aware of the parking lot fiasco. If not, Mr. Horvath sent out an email to the seniors proposing the idea of purchasing one of the first 30 parking spots, which he would reserve for them in the morning. Many seniors lashed out in response. Here's what Ben Anderson had to say.
My personal opinion on Mr. Horvath and the parking email and the parking situation is, wow. I love it. 3 words. I love it. Fantastic idea. Because the church would not be allowed to put a big dumpster in 6 of our spots, that's the first thing. Second thing, when I got that email, I texted my dad and said, hey, do you have your checkbook out? Like, I was ready. Although I do get to school before he does, so I don't know how good that would be.
After initial reactions cooled, we asked Mr. Horvath his thoughts on the senior class's response.
How did you get the idea for this email?
The email? Well, actually, it all just started with me trying to help the seniors and going down and talking to Mr. Hudgens about their problem. And I found out that the seniors had been presented a solution that worked, and they didn't want it. They were just complaining. So we were just talking about it in class, and then it started to take a little bit of a life of its own.
What's your reaction to the seniors' reactions to this controversy?
I think, like I said, I find the whole thing kind of funny. I can't really say on camera everything that I think, but I think that we've learned a lot about people through this.
Would you do it again?
Definitely. Yeah, it was pretty fun. I mean, it was all in fun, and I think that the people that were around that, and there's a lot of people that appreciate it, and if you didn't, I don't know.
Well, unfortunately, that is my class. Moving on, it's time for our sports update with Roman Arce.
Well, I guess I'm Roman Arce. On the 18th, the varsity football team lost against Veritas Academy with a score of 76-56. It was a tight game until Veritas pulled away in the third quarter. The team plays again tonight at Round Rock. The cross-country team got 6th place in their state meet, taking a score of 209. Hunter Masters finished in the top 10. Our varsity volleyball team beat Riker Catholic in 3 straight sets. This gives them good momentum heading to the playoffs next week. And I'm Landon Peterson. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Roman. There's a rumor going around that Miss Milner has lost the title of the hardest class. The new champion seems to be the AP Physics class. People have dropped faster than the velocity of a drop book, with a number of 17 total dropouts. We asked the soon-to-be mother, Mrs. Sorley, on the difficulty of the class.
Why do you think so many people dropped the class?
I think the class has very high expectations, and it's very fast-paced, so the students are required to learn a lot of the material outside of class, and I think as they started, a lot of them realized that they weren't willing to put forth the effort that was necessary to be successful, and that if they didn't want to pursue a science in the future, they didn't need AP Physics, so they didn't see it worth it.
Do you think the difficulty of the class stemmed more from your teaching style or the curriculum?
The curriculum. I've taught almost all of these students before, and there's never been a mass exodus from any of my classes prior to this. I think the curriculum just in general is very difficult. AP Physics is more of a conceptual side of physics, so students that are used to just plugging in numbers to an equation are now having to justify their answers and explain the reasons why things are happening, which adds a significant amount of difficulty. So I think it's the curriculum.
That's all for today. Thanks again for tuning in, and come back next week. And remember to follow us on Instagram at Hill Country Student Press and on Twitter at HCCSA Press. Till next time, I'm Hayden Jackson.
I'm Kai Orden.
And this is Studio 7B News.